Alright, so I've been waiting for this. Package came today, and what we have here is a float. There's a float assembly for our Pinzgauer. Let's go see if we can put it in. It's kind of a unique float. It was really expensive. That's a used one. Alright, so we're walking out here to the lot, and we're gonna hop in this Pinzgauer. Hopefully it'll fire up. It's been sitting out here a little while, waiting for a float. I'm gonna put this little towel down. That's gonna be my seat cushion, since the seats are in the back there. So this thing is air-cooled, 4-cylinder with dual carburetors, and if you recall from the last video, it wasn't running so good. I took the carburetors apart and deducted this carburetor, the leading carburetor, or the front carburetor, has that float, which I just showed you, and it was split on both of the little bake light floaty parts were full of fuel. So this carburetor was sinking, causing an overflowing rich condition, fouling out the front two plugs, and that one seems to be okay. So we got our new float, and we're going to see if we can start this up and drive it in the shop. I know I'm probably going to get a wet butt here. We'll turn the 24 volt power on. I think that's on. Let's check the key. Yeah, we got power, so all right, let's get in. See if we can make this thing make some noise. Ooh, without getting my butt wet. I'm gonna pull the choke on, which is here. It's kind of stuck, and we're gonna turn the key on and see if we can. The gas pedal doesn't want to return. That's not good. I have to work the linkage here. See if we can idle it in. All right. Well, let me play with it. I don't want to push this thing in the shop. That's gonna stink. I'm gonna manually exercise the accelerator pumps. See if I can get this thing to fire up. Choke is on. Clutch is in. Okay, so we're working our Pinzgauer here. We got the carburetor top off the top, our front carburetor, and this is the float assembly here. Whoops, shadowing my work. We're going to replace this float, so we're going to pop this out. This float is cracked right around these seams there, and it's been sinking. You can see how high the level is of fuel, too high, causing an over-rich condition. So let's get that swapped out. These are really neat carburetors, by the way. The jets are actually in the side of the base of the carburetor to prevent, like when you're four-wheeling, inclinations going up or downhill, prevents the fuel from sloshing around. I don't know if you can hear. You probably can't hear that. This is the bad float, and it's totally full of fuel. In fact, in my hand here, you can see it's leaking. So this float's been sinking, which then causes the float to sink, so the needle and seat overfills the carburetor. So really, really neat setup. These carburetors have really cool accelerator pumps and venting systems for four-wheeling, just from all the, like I said, inclinations going up and down, side to side, keeps the fuel from sloshing around. Really neat design system. All right, so we're back inside the Pinzgauer. I got the new float in this one, this carburetor, the leading carburetor, and then I noticed after I put the float in, this accelerator pump nozzle for this particular bore right here, be the number 2 cylinder, wasn't firing. So I had to take that out. It's tiny. I had to use my cheater glasses. I hate to say that. And the smallest welding tip cleaner that I could find to clean that out. So now we've got, you can see this or not, see it spray in there? My light. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Each one of those has got to shoot a little bit of raw fuel to cover up the transition from idle to main throttle. And this one wasn't doing it, so that would have caused a stumble. So we got everything working. Now that I just flooded the engine, let's see if it'll start. Turn the key on, press the start button. Yep. Idle's pretty good. A little cold. So now I can get out my idle adjustment tool, my carburetor synchronizer, and we'll synchronize it. Alright, so we lubricated the linkage a little bit so we have better throttle actuation. And now we're going to take my carburetor synchronizer tool here and kind of match up the carbs. See the little red guy? It's about 3/4 of the way up. And this one it pegs, so the carburetors need to be synced. They need to be equal. We'll keep working on that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now we've got about a half on the front and a half on the rear. Let's see how she takes the throttle. Still a little cold. That's a lot of fun. No more black soot coming out the pipe. Run smooth. Make a few more adjustments. I think we're going to call it a day. We'll drive this baby. You want to come for a ride? I think you might have to check out my next video.